So, Devils, J-Dawg back to answer some more goddamn questions. First, before we get the goddamn questions, I got my personal pack of the new goddamn Cannibal. So I figure I just open it on camera because people have been asking me all the fucking time, hey, J-Dawg, yes, it is my personal life. Yes, I brought it to the warehouse. Yes, it was shipped to my fucking own house. No, I'm not showing you my goddamn address. Still sealed, goddamn it. Open it up. But people ask me multiple times about new Cannibal, new Incan, new Profanatica. And I already listened to New Cannibal 3 times because it came in through Hell's. We got them in. But I did pre-order mine even before Hell's got pre-ordered their copies. So some of the shit we've already had in through Hell's. And like I said, I usually get my stuff in through Hell's. But this stuff I bought a goddamn. See, goddamn, is this not my address? My indie merch. That's where I bought it from. And I bought a few other Cannibal things while I was at it too. But I placed this order, I don't know, 2, 3 months ago. So I got the goddamn CD, which I already know looks like shit. It's the same goddamn thing, the Digipack version. Which is here. But I listened to it, and yeah, I thought it was great, man. Yeah, there's a few songs that kind of like nothing super special, but the CD Digipack, same thing. Hell's is carrying the opening song, Overlords of Violence. I thought was really good. Frenzied Feeding, I thought was okay. Didn't think it was great. Didn't think it sucked. And then you got Summon for Sacrifice, Bloodblind. Those were the 2 singles they released. Vengeful Invasion, I thought was okay. The title track, Chaos Horrific, I thought was fucking really good. Fracture and Refracture, I thought was a really good song. Pitchfork, and pretty much the rest of it down, I thought was damn good or definitely above average. So all in all, so my these 2 favorite songs have been Frenzied Feeding and Vengeful Invasion on just the first 3 listens. Maybe they become more of standout ones as I listen to a few more times, but as on the listens, that's what stood out as the weakest songs in my personal fucking opinion. What I also bought too, and so they had it, the goddamn 2X, of course, a real man's fucking size, is a shirt I was always telling you about. I don't know why there's no goddamn back on it. Fucking kind of fucking gay. But out of all their covers, I thought this was their best album cover since probably since Bloodthirst, maybe even Gallery of Suicide. I like Bloodthirst cover. Corpse is pretty cool too, but not great. That's when it started to get a little goddamn super cartoony. But the Violence Unimagined, which is not my favorite album by them by any stretch. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like it. But they had the fucking finally the uncensored shirts because even when they played the show, the last show I went to, that I thought for sure they're gonna have these shirts at the show. They didn't. So yeah, specifically on this one because I really like that goddamn cover art. I remember when they first like for example, this cover art's cool, but so as a whole, so then this album as a whole, I probably liked it a little bit more than Violence Unimagined. But Violence Unimagined cover art, I liked better. Not that the censored cover kind of sucked. It was kind of just not sucked, but just kind of not overly awesome. And then here's the goddamn fucking vinyls I bought, which are packed less than fucking better than Hell's. They use these same goddamn 1414 2 boxes I see, but no bubble wrap or inner box. Just some cardboard and a shirt. So Hell's already got some smoke on the packing. These ones we had we maybe still have some left. The red and orange ink spots. So I guess I could show you the charred remains though. We didn't have that, so I haven't seen personally that yet. An orange marble. So I bought 3 colors. So 2 of them came in through Hell's, and I think we still have in stock, which is this one. So if you like this color, right by the time this video goes up, you can still have it down fucking Hell's. Where's the goddamn insert? Which actually I didn't even see yet. So it's cool. It's a gatefold cover, and it's got all these extra pieces of art and shit with the layers, which is pretty fucking cool. So I actually didn't realize it came out with this fold-out insert. So they actually kind of went balls to the wall in the packaging, which is nice to see. You would think that the goddamn Kings would get balls out packaging, considering they know it's going to goddamn sell. So I don't know why this is called red and orange ink spots. This is more like clear with fucking a red. not splatter, more like a red. Uh, I don't know, fucking red spider webbing. Yeah, I guess that'd be way red fog. So that was that. Like I said, it's that red and orange ink spots. Yeah, I think that's the version that we have, and then not this one. Charred Remains. I think this was the coolest looking one, if I'm not mistaken, from what I remember seeing on their site. Look, and that's why I bought it too. I can't remember the limitations on all these though, but this ain't fucking cool at all. What the fuck? This is very similar to the other one. Charred Remains my ass. I think they fucked the dog or misstickered this. Does your goddamn Charred Remains look like this? It's two cleared vinyls with, I mean, it's got a little bit of the red like the last one. It's got a little bit of black in there. Charred Remains. I think I got a goddamn misstickered LP goddamn copy. Fucking indie merch saw those goddamn dog videos. They're just a little too offensive for their vaginas. And they sent me the wrong shit. That's what I'm starting to suspect. And this is goddamn Orange Marble, which also Hells has or had. Depending on the time you fucking watch this video and you're looking at it. But I'm sure as I'm making this, pretty sure, not 100% sure, pretty sure we still have some stuff as I'm making this goddamn video. At least this one looks fucking different from the rest. So, Dawg's got 3 versions. Kind of 2, I guess, if you want to call those 2 fucking different. To be honest with you, one of them I might even, as I review it more, I might put it in my goddamn. I have a closet full of records of doubles and shit that I got where I call it my eBay/trade closet. Stood up outside. Also, too, we did get these through Hells. I pre-ordered them because I didn't realize we were getting them in, but I already saw them. I guess I'll open these up too. Is the Bleeding and Vile on Splatter vinyl. Now I have a few different versions of these, but when they came out on Splatter vinyl is definitely my favorite. Splatter vinyl and Picture This, as far as just aesthetic for a fucking record. So specifically when these 2 banger ass goddamn classics came out on a blood splatter, I absolutely wanted to get them. So again, Hell's had or has these, depends on the time you watch these. And definitely the Dawg out there worth owning. And then the album that got the Dawg into death metal, first death metal record he's ever heard in his life. What the fuck? First death metal record you heard? Goddamn straight, bro. What's the first one you fucking heard? 7 Churches? For some of you, I'm sure it was, but most of you fuck off and die. No, it wasn't. So piss off. Again, I think it's the exact same color, if I'm not mistaken, as the Bleeding, just both that clear red. Oh, no, it's not. It's a silver with a red splatter. So I own the, for sure off the top of my head, I own the back on black gatefold cover version of Vile. The Vile Picture Disc, the original pressing. The Vile repress Picture Disc pressing. And I think one of the newer pressings of this too. Maybe on color vinyl. That I can't remember. But for sure the first 2 I own, and then now this. Bleeding, same thing. I own the original LP, back on black LP, Picture Disc. I think an original Picture Disc and a reissue picture. I think the original Picture Disc has the censored art, which is all the bleeding skin. And then I think the reissue Picture Disc, the one with the bodies, like this cover is. I'm not mistaken. I have to go through the collection again, but nonetheless, own the goddamn thing. So there you go. You can fucking ask what I thought of the new Cannibal. Gave you my goddamn mini little fucking review and showed you what the hell I personally bought. Anyways, on to goddamn questions, and we'll do this one first. This one was emailed to me. It was from a regular watcher. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. And it's from Alicia Frances. So a fucking goddamn lady. So that's cool. Not too many send me messages. And she says this, hey, I don't mean to clog up your business email, but where do you prefer questions for your channel be submitted? Right here's totally fine. That was the service at Hell's Headbangers. Service at hellsheadbangers.com email. Don't email me completely stupid shit. It's already, I have a hard time keeping up with emails as is, so I don't got time for just dick and fart jokes and random dumb crap. I normally comment as Storm Raven. Yes, I do recognize that user ID. I don't know if I've ever answered your question. I can't remember if I answered any of your questions or not under that, like on the channel, but I do recognize the user ID. But I thought I'd just email my question. Yep, makes it a little bit easier. Today I saw the band Azaghal post that they never received payment from Moribund Records for their U.S. releases. Do you think there's any truth to that? I find it odd we're just now hearing about this dispute. Screenshot attached. Horns up. Let's see this goddamn screenshot. What these homeboys have to say. So this is coming from the band Azaghal, the Finnish black metal band, which I am a somewhat of a fan of, not a super fan. I kind of fell off after the album Of Beasts and Vultures, which is probably my favorite release by them. Cool ass fucking cover too. After that, I kind of stopped paying attention. So I think it's like the second, third record, or something like that, or maybe there's an EP in there and then a full length. First few releases, what I know, early 2000s. After that, fell the fuck off. Don't know what they're all about nowadays. Anyway, so it says, Dear Azaghal fans, it came to our attention since several years now that Moribund Records from the USA is re-releasing old albums by Azaghal official under their catalog. This is without the band's knowledge and without their mutual consent. Azaghal signed in 2008, 2009, and 2012 three of their albums, Omega, Terraform, and Nemesis, to Moribund Records. However, the band hasn't received their royalties for these albums, and after multiple times of reaching out to that label, their efforts simply get ignored. It was therefore that the band decided not to release any more of the future records under Moribund Records and moved to Cult, or Cult, the K-U-L-T, but the U spells a V, so however you want to pronounce that, and eventually to Immortal Frost Productions back in 2015. Ever since then, Moribund has been re-releasing the three mentioned albums unconditionally and has been re-releasing even older albums. Mastama, Helvena, Yedek, Beasts and Vultures, Kaya, Perkel, most of the shit's in Finnish, I can never pronounce them, to name a few, by Azaghal. This once again without the band's approval to do so, and on top, Moribund Records has been giving licenses to other labels to release their albums on CD and box sets or even on vinyl editions. So I'm going to state this up front. Get a swig of water to fucking dive into this. So dum-dums, listen up. Stupid ass motherfuckers that don't fucking hear my words and only hear what the fuck they want to hear. Every word that comes from my mouth about this topic from here on out is my opinion and only my opinion of the possibilities of what it can be based on running a label myself. I don't know either one of these guys. Never met the Azaghal guys. Never worked with the Azaghal guys. We carry Azaghal. Again, we distribute everybody. Did you put out Azaghal? Carry them too. May as well just say we can put them out too, while y'all saying all that stupid shit about bootlegs and werewolf records and all this other dumb shit. So we carry it doesn't mean we fucking released it, dumb. We carry Azaghal. Don't know the guys. Know nothing about them personally. Don't even know their first fucking names. Moribund Records. We have traded with them several times over the years. Can't remember the last time. I didn't fucking mark my goddamn books. I don't even know the guy's first name over there. I'm sure Chasey Boy does. Chasey Boy's the one that sets up the trades with them. He's the one that does the emails. Literally don't even know the motherfucker's email. Never spoken in my life. Dawg has no communication with them whatsoever. But yes, we do trade with them, and that is Chase. And I didn't even ask him about this topic because, quite frankly, he's going to care about as much as I do, which he doesn't at all. Why are you talking about, J-Dawg? The fucking devil sent it to me, so I'm just going to give it as a topic that maybe somebody want to hear about. She clearly did, or at least wanted my take on it. So that's all I'm doing. Give my take. This is for entertainment purposes only. Tape on that mouth shut if I'm wrong, incorrect, or any of the details are out of fucking whack, because they very well may be. Based on what I fucking read, I can tell you it's definitely some type of miscommunication. Azaghal thinks one thing, Moribund thinks the other, and I can almost, with certainty, say that Moribund is not responding because they probably already told him what their stance is, right or wrong, what's the right or wrong stance, and they're just sick of replying at this moment. The reason I say that is because there's no way they're just releasing shit, just randomly, completely putting it out and saying nothing. Like that's basically their bootlegging and just putting their label name on it. I doubt that. Now, in Azaghal's mind, they're thinking, what the fuck? They don't own this shit. You sure about that, brah? Is there one of the other band members or somebody in the camp that maybe signed something years ago? For example, you said you signed with them whatever year, 2008 or whatever, for 2-3 albums, and you said they're putting out previous albums like now or last year or whatever. That does sound a little suspect, but at the same time, I bet you Moribund says, we bought the whole catalog. When we signed them, it was to buy the whole back catalog. Hence, for example, when Metal Blade Records signed Midnight's from us, it wasn't just for a new album. They also bought out the whole back catalog. Very common. Very fucking common happen. Now, Azaghal is probably either A, didn't read that. Keep in mind, there's probably a language barrier too. Azaghal is from Finland. Obviously, they speak some English. They put it in there, but it's not their first language. And Moribund, the first language is English. So I'm thinking that there's something on Azaghal's side where they didn't read the fine print. However, now I will say this: that sounds like, man, you just fucking over Azaghal's taking Moribund's side. Nah. Surely ain't. Giving both sides. On Moribund's side, if that's true, show the contract, bro. Just honestly, just don't even talk to them. Don't if you're sick of bickering with them, or whatever. Just take a photo of the contract. Just email. That's just attach it. Don't even say hello. Don't even say anything. Just here it is. Here, contract attached. Read, brah. If you own that. Another thing too, and I'll give you an example, and I'm definitely not going to shout out names because I'll give you a few examples of shit we dealt with. Not even going to say time frames. In Hell's Headbangers history, there is a person who released a band's stuff on their particular label. The label disbanded, and Hell's set up to do a CD and LP of the band. Okay? So it was put on a previous label years ago on CD only. Hell's come out, want to reissue it. We did the vinyl version and we did a CD. Set up to the band. This is years ago, too, that the CD came out. Long time ago. It comes out, and I get an email from the person that used to do this label, and they say, hey, where's my copies? And I said, oh, I set it up through fucking, let's just say Billy. I set it up through Billy to put this out. Fuck Billy, I own that shit. Oh, you do? Billy didn't tell me that. Billy says he owns everything. I go over and email Billy. I'm like, hey, Billy, Jack over here says he owns this shit because he put it out. Fucking Jack is full of shit. He's like, tell him to show you a goddamn contract. He's like, we never signed a contract ever. He's like, it was a handshake fucking deal. He put out the CD and gave us copies for it, which is standard, percentage of copies. Back then it might have been 10%, but standard is kind of like 15. If you're standard is pretty much 15 in the middle. If you're one of the big boys and you get like maybe higher pay, labels will go up to 20. I'm like, okay. So he's saying he don't have a contract. I go back to Jack. Yeah, where's the contract? Has no contract. Has nothing. Gets kind of fucking pissy. I keep the peace. You know what? I give both guys copies just to make them fucking happy. Here's the hilarious part. So here's the thing is, what it boils down to, and this I find out later, Jack had no goddamn contract of that he owned it. So hence, you would just think the band put it up, the band owns it. That's like literally like saying, for example, let's use a band. Who's a band in the past? Church Bazaar. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that's a band of caliber that we never did a contract. It was just a verbal, through email agreement. That's literally like saying, let's say another label, big or small, doesn't matter, wants to put out Church Bazaar Sinister Glorification. They want to put it out. Let's say Redefining Darkness wants to put it out, right? Reissued. It came out. Hell's originally did the CD and LP and whatever, 2007 or whatever the fuck they came out. Quite a while ago now, right? And we go knocking on Redefining Darkness. Hey, bro, you owe us copies. Do you own it? Oh, we put it out. We put it out. It's like, well, do you own it? Do you have a contract? Well, no. I would never do that. It's like, it goes to Church Bazaar then. We never wrote a contract. It was a one-time thing, put it out. Here's the kicker to that. Jack, who did this label, Jack is also in a band. And ironically, talked about doing this band stuff too. And Jack, his band, the stuff we were talking about putting out, was on another label that he has no affiliation with, right? Doesn't like the guy or guys that run this label, right? I remember asking Jack, I was like, okay, so if we put this out, who gets the copies? Because this label put it out. Fuck him. I own all that stuff. Whoa, 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 whoa. So now when you're in the band and there's no contract written, you automatically own it. But when you're on the label sign and no contracts written, you put something out, it automatically goes back to you. Like, do you own that? You own both sides. You see what I'm saying? Completely unfair. What I'm getting at is, believe it or not, that shit is super fucking common in this scene, that mentality. Like, you're like, what? That don't even make sense. If you don't own it, you don't have writing. Like, what do you mean? Right. You would just think that's common fucking sense. Show me the contract, man. Show me a written contract in writing signed by you and the band members that you own the shit. If you cannot do that, or your dog ate it, or you lost it, that's on you, dude. You no longer have it, and by default, it goes back to the band. So with Azaghal, if it's true, if you did not write any contract, you're 100% positive. You talked to all the other members, nobody did. Well, why post it online, man? Why air your dirty laundry? Why piss and whine about it? Just sue them. Open a lawsuit. If you truly own that shit and it's not them, start a lawsuit. Honestly, that should be a red flag right there. That something's fishy. It's just bad communication. Because at that point, anybody with brains would just be like, "Oh, I'm suing you, man. You're just putting out my shit." It's because they don't own it. They don't. Somebody doesn't own something. Somebody doesn't have something in writing. Is what it is. So it could go both ways. Moribund thinks they own it. Again, show that contract, brah. Or they did, and they're just like, look, I'm tired of fucking explaining to these guys. We've already told them 25 fucking times. I'm not their daddy. I'm not holding their hands. They know. If they want to take us to court, but we'll slam dunk this with the fucking contract. Personally, I would just be again, that old saying, don't shit where you eat. You're in this fucking scene. Don't burn bridges. Okay, even if you told them, man, take a picture of the contract and just send it to them, man. And just say, read line 27 or whatever that says, we own this for eternity. And by the way, with this 3-album contract we're signing for, we're also entitled to releasing the back catalog. Because those contracts exist. But the whole point of the thing is, if it does, well, why can't you take 5 minutes, Moribund? Why it's, dig it out of your file cabinet or wherever you have it and photo it and send them that. I mean, you could do that. I mean, maybe it's, yeah, they should remember they got a copy too. Maybe they should. Maybe they do. But just play the bigger man. And again, especially since they're airing it out and they're pissed. I mean, that you can't mentally do that. And hell, you are making money on their band if you are putting it out. So you can't take 5 minutes and just take a goddamn photo and send an email. So I guess at the end, who's in the most wrong? Probably Moribund, just because the case is, the minimally, if they do, because I guess it's two things. Either A, they don't own it and they're completely fucking them, which I find that hard to believe. I can't see them doing that. Or B, you do own it and you do have it in writing. Well, just sign the contract, like I said. Just take a photo of it. So yeah, you can, yeah. So I would say that, yeah. Honestly, kind of Azaghal is kind of like at least deserves an answer. But I do think there's a possibility Azaghal is just like I almost would find that very. It'd be shocking. That'd be kind of first where a label's just cranking your shit out and they have nothing in writing, nothing. They're just putting it all out and fuck you, no reply. Fuck them. Hey, guess what? Fenris, you're next. We're doing dark. I mean, why? Honestly, at that point, no offense to Azaghal, but we've carried your shit. It's not exactly the hottest goddamn seller. If they're gonna pull that crap, why not just fucking pull a band that sells? Just grab Darkthrone. Grab Bathory. Move over. Fuck. Corathon's dead. We own this shit. If you're just going to randomly put shit out, there's a reason they picked Azaghal. It's not because it's selling like Bathory or Darkthrone. I can promise you it's fucking not. When we stock Azaghal, a full transparency, we stock it in 3s and 5s. And those 3s and 5s last a few months. So, I mean, Moribund's not selling that shit hand over fist. I can promise you fucking that. So, at the very least, in their mind, they think they own it. But again, put that evidence up, brah. But again, if I'm wrong, completely wrong on all this, I stand correctly. And at the end of the day, I don't give a flying ass fuck. I have no horse in this race whatsoever. It was just a topic to talk about because somebody emailed. These are not my words. It was emailed. Everything I read off, that's on some screenshot. I don't even know what the fuck it's called. It says, Dear Azaghal fans. I don't know. Is this their Facebook? Twitter? Twitch, whatever these dumbass fucking people use, who knows? I don't know what the fuck it's on. It was just email. It was a screenshot sent to me. Whatever the fuck, maybe it could even be a text for all I fucking know. I don't know, and I don't fucking care. So I don't got a horse in this fucking race. So don't come over here fucking bitching and whining. It was sent to me by a goddamn viewer, and I just gave my opinion. If I'm wrong, and I can give two flying fucks if I fucking am. That's just my honest fucking take based on what I've seen with some of the stories that I said, the most likely scenario based on what I fucking seen. So take it or leave it. Don't give a fuck one way or another. Comments, questions, concerns, you know what to do. Put the consequences, bring Moody. Later, goddammit.